As a cop, we get called to some of the dumbest things imaginable.
She was mad because her Chinese food didn't taste as good as she hoped. So she called 911 to complain.
I have bought some Chinese food and it's not to par to me, and I asked to get my money back.
And this is why you called 911?
What am I supposed to do?
Let's talk about the top 5 reasons you should never call the police. Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you had a fantastic week, and I know everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Anyone who's in law enforcement for any significant amount of time is going to get their fair share of stupid calls. Calls so dumb it makes you lose hope in society. Calls so ridiculous you wonder how that person figured out how to dial 911. And then at some point you realize that these people vote. And even scarier, these people reproduce. And they create more people that dial 911 for dumb reasons. Number 5, animal complaints. The sooner that people realize that animal complaints need to go through animal control and not the police department, the better off we'll be. I am sorry that your neighbor's dog is barking while your neighbor is at work. But what do you want me to do about it? Do you want me to have a talk with the dog and maybe hope it realizes its mistakes? Do you want me to put it in handcuffs and take it downtown to the police station for disrupting the peace? Now, I can understand if somebody's been attacked by a dog and they want a police report. That I get. But even then, unless it's proven to be intentional negligence on the owner's behalf, it's very hard to prove in court. Now, if you want to sue the shit out of them, that's fine, but that's a civil matter. That has nothing to do with police. Another thing that drives me nuts is when people call because there's an aggressive dog in the streets. Oh yeah, let me just grab this dog catcher's pole out of my trunk that, I carry with me. Come on, are you kidding me? Like, I'm not equipped for that. That's like telling the fire department to go serve a search warrant on a felon. I'm not Steve Irwin. I'm not gonna grab a snake. I'm not gonna wrestle an alligator. Stop calling us for animal complaints. Number 4, traffic complaints. I feel the need to be a little specific on this one because there are certain traffic related complaints that I think are warranted, and it's okay to call us. If you live in a neighborhood where people are flying down the street at 40, 50 miles an hour in a residential area, that I can understand you calling us for. But even then, when you call your local department, request to speak with the traffic division. Don't speak with patrol about it. If you are calling in about a drunk driver, that is understandable. You have somebody that's all over the road, they're about to kill somebody. Okay, then I can understand you calling us. But if you're going down the road and somebody is speeding and they pass you, come on, don't call us for that. By the time you call and that call is actually given out on the radio, you've probably traveled at least 5 miles by then, so you're not even anywhere close to where we think you are. And even on top of that, nobody speeds around a marked patrol car. You can spot our car from a mile away, and everybody, trust me, everybody drives like grandmas around us. That's why it takes us so long to get to calls, because everybody all of a sudden knows how to drive. And I'll be honest, guys, 9 times out of 10, whenever we get a speeding complaint over the radio, most officers are like, yeah, okay. Use your common sense here. If you think your call is going to lead to a productive traffic stop, then by all means, feel free to call. But don't call us for speeders. Number 3, vehicle issues. Unless you are okay with me charging in like Rambo and smashing windows, don't call me to unlock your car. I am not a locksmith. That is what locksmiths are for. I don't call an electrician when I need a plumber, so don't call the police when you need Jimmy's lock and key. The only time I would suggest calling the police for any vehicle issue type things is if a vehicle is actually in a roadway and it's causing a safety hazard. Then yes, we can pull behind it, turn on our lights until it's either pushed out of the road or you're able to get a tow truck to come get you. The only other time you should call us about vehicle issues is if there's a dog or a child in a car. And what I mean by that is left in a car. That's when I come charging in like Rambo and I start smashing windows. Number 2, verbal altercations. Just because somebody is talking trash to you does not mean you need to get the police involved. I can't tell you how many times somebody has called the police because somebody's yelling at them. I literally had to respond to a domestic dispute yesterday, actually, because a lady and her husband got into a verbal argument and he pointed at her. Yes, he pointed at her and she felt threatened. Well, officer, we got into this argument and then I don't know where it came from, but he pointed at me and that is crossing the line. The way this lady was talking, you would have thought lightning bolts were shooting out of this dude's finger and she was ducking and dodging and lucky to get away with her life. Number 1, and this is the Number one for a reason. Child problems. I'm just gonna flat out say what every other officer thinks. Stop calling the police because your badass kid isn't listening to you. Yes, folks, people actually call the police because their 6-year-old won't get up and go to kindergarten. Maybe you should take it upon yourself to be a parent and do a parent's job. When you call me because your 7-year-old doesn't want to go to school, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna cross my arms, and I'm gonna look at both of you, back and forth. And when you ask me what I'm waiting for, I'm going to tell you I'm waiting for you to be a parent. Then I'm going to tell you to call us when there's actual crime, and I'm going to get in my car and drive away. And I know, guys, I know I sound like a cold-hearted dick when I say all of this. But you guys have to understand the volume of calls like these that we get on a daily basis. And after 11 years of dealing with calls like this, my empathy for stupidity has gone out the window. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. So, I have decided I am going to announce to my Patreon subscribers what this big secret is that I am keeping from you guys for now, because I got some big news about it today. So if you want to become a Patreon and you want to support me additionally, aside from YouTube, then join today, patreon.com/officer401. And once you become a Patreon member, you'll be able to see special statuses on patreon.com. You'll also have access to the special Patreon room on my Discord server. You get a lot of one-on-one time with me. You can ask questions. I'll answer them as soon as I can. It's a lot more personal to do it that way. So anyway, guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, and I will see you guys very, very soon.